It's just about game time as we're settled into Tampa's Raymond James Stadium. Tonight, a pair of NFC foes squaring off. It's the Washington Commanders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Raymond James. On the return, here comes Cameron Johnson. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
First trip to the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Baker now off the play fake. He finds Evans left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Mayfield now from the gun. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Finds some space. He's past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
The biggest mistake he could make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Daniels on 1st down. He finds him over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Throw right side is caught by Samuel. And he's tackled for no gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Viking.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now at 4th down, staring right at him. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Moody knocks it through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Down the field, Evans has it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And the Bucs have the first. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
1st down, here's Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Once more, it's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
180. From the red zone now. Dump off, caught by his back. Escapes the defender. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Setting up the screen here to Godwin. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Irving will score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get 6 more on their early advantage. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. This makes it up to the 25. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. He puts some air under it deep down. He's got it at the 30. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 4.
14. Commanders 10. Jake Moody to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And the call himself. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Bucks getting set up to punt now on 4th down. On comes Riley Dixon. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
To throw again on 2nd down. Daniels connects on the crosser. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
From the gun, run for Merritt. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range.
10 more yards. Jamel Dean on the tackle. 10 yards up.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. 14-10 our score. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. They're going to run again here with Merritt. Dancing past him. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Come on.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Throw is caught.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now Daniels to throw. Buys time, and he scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a second quarter lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders push their lead to 3.
Commanders 17. Buccaneers 14. Jake Moody to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Here come the Bucs on offense now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First down throw here, Mayfield. Right side, this is a Bucca. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
This is Irving on second. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. I think they might have taken that first down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out third down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning, some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on third down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
Got his man. It's got him. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10, it's Mayfield. He's going to push one deep down the right. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Bucs have the first.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. Mayfield on first and 10. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
At the 11-yard line.
Running left, this is Irving. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Irving finds the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a second quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Samuel now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders and running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt headed back to the field now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Let's go. Ready?
Starting on the ground here, Krosky-Merritt. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Well, Brock, they've made it a point to incorporate him into their offense, and hey, no arguments here. He has been awesome in giving them a spark they need when he gets involved.
And it's so nice offensively, Kate, when you feel it, when you can run it, when you can throw it, and especially running it like this, going to pay huge dividends as the game goes on.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Ready? 19.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down, Washington.
First down from the 42.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing now, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Come on, come on. Hey. Ready?
Krosky-Merritt gets it from the gun. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
First and 10 from the 32.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Running once again with Krosky-Merritt. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They'll come up on first and 10.
Back to 60.
From the red zone on first. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Let's go now.
Second down give to Krosky Merritt. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1.
Here we go, here we go. Johnny Lions.
Giving this to Krosky Merritt. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Back. Cougar 19.
1st and goal, Krosky Merritt. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Dumped off to his running back. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. Now from back at the 7. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Here's Daniels. He brings it in. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they were quick. So the offense staying on the field from a bit of a distance here. They're going for it on 4th and goal.
Ready. Back row 80. Ready.
They're going to try to throw for it. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away. In the interest of time, we'll bypass the halftime break and resume play with the 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Commanders and running back Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt headed back to the field now. That passing game they went to in the 1st half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half too as they chase this lead.
Ready up.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey, let's go.
Give it to Krosky Merritt. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop it, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Ready. Hey, 18 Cardinal, 18.
Going to the ground again on first. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's second down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go, start.
Krosky Merritt straight ahead. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. We give to Irving to stop his drive. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Once again, Irving. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
First down, here's Baker. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tried to find Mike Evans with that throw. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Nzabuka. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. This is hauled in by Allen on the right side. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They gain 11 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Running with Irving again on 2nd. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
What's up? 180! What's up?
3rd and short, Mayfield. Makes the catch. And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grab the lead on their first series of the half. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Samuel now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Commanders and running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt headed back to the field now. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown. Brock, let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready. 19.
They go inside give to Krosky-Merritt. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Here's Krosky-Merritt on the carry. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. So 20 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Good offenses. Kate, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18.
Daniels now on 1st down. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Washington.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go. Viking 18. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. His top target, Samuel, has another one. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Commanders football, and they need to get to work here. They're trailing late. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey! Bravo 80.
They run. It's Krosky-Merritt. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Ready, set.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, set. Fix the Eagles, fix the Eagles.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And he's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Needs to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders push their lead to 3.
Commanders 31, Buccaneers 28. Jake Moody to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay ready to head out to the field. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive. Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Irving here from the gun. And he's fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st down, looking to throw. Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. We've got a screen to the running back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Once more, it's Mayfield. It's a big strike downfield to Agbuka. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. New set of downs from 37. Sends the screen here to Godwin. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
180.
Here's the give to Irving. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
180.
He'll throw it. Completed over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Bucs have the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Irving on the inside give. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Coming, I'm coming. 180.
Baker now from the gun. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's 3rd down now. Looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they tied it up late in the 4th.
The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, well, it's the same as all his teammates out there who are about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders and running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt headed back to the field now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Commanders pushing to get within range for a game winner. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 60 Maverick. Cougar 19.
He'll work against the blitz. Nice game left side. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Ready. 19.
Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Running with Eckler again. Through the middle. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. This one set up for Daniels. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal.
70.
He's keeping it. Gotta get it forward. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Ready.
It's a designed run for it. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So everything comes down to this from Jake Moody. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. The kick is good. He got it. And the 3rd time he puts it through will be the charm. They won it. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.